Hello again everyone, I'm Sean and welcome back to Luthier. This is video 2 in my series for the Great Guitar Build-Off 2021. If you haven't seen the first video, make sure to go back and check that out. But we're building something kind of interesting. It's going to be Jazzmaster style, but we have fan fret, Neck-thru, it's going to be semi-hollow, and it's going to have a carved top. So it's going to be interesting. Make sure you grab yourself a cup of tea, get comfortable, relax and enjoy. Starting this week off, I'm going to get the fretboard ready to be glued on. Now, for it to be ready to be glued on, I want to put in a binding channel. Just so it's easier, basically, when it comes to actually putting in the binding. So I'm going to use my wheel marking gauge to strike a 2mm line down either side of the fretboard, and then use the shooting board setup with my low angle plane again to shoot the board up to that line. Once I have that, I'll head over and I'll glue that down, put that aside, and we'll have a think about working on the body. I have a binding channel done now and it looks pretty well. It came out, really good. Delighted with it. Before I glue this fretboard on, I need to clean up the headstock because we just glued on the wings. They're a little bit proud. I can use a hand plane now to clean them up before the fretboard because it becomes annoying afterwards. I'm also going to route in a access area for the truss rod adjustment and drill a hole to meet the actual truss rod. Yeah, let's get cracking on that. With the fretboard clamped up over there, glue drying away, I ran out really quickly, put this through the thickness planer and have it down to my final depth of 38mm. This piece is going to be the body wings, which I also went and very quickly just made a set of templates just for the wings. So this is missing the neck portion from the middle. Now on this slab, you can see it's nicely colored on this side, both sides of it. But on this side, we've lost the coloring here while it's still there. So to keep that fairly consistent, I'm gonna have to get a little inventive with the way I position these. So if I put one side of my body wing, one wing there, and I've marked on these, this is the up, and on this one, this is up, so I'm gonna put that one down on this side. That would work, except I would have no coloring on this side, on this one here, while I'd have coloring here. That's not great. So flipping this guy around and this guy around, I'll have coloring on the join side of each wing. So I'm just going to draw around these real quick, pop out, bandsaw them out quickly, joint these edges, ready to glue onto the neck. The sides are planed flush, the back is planed nice and flush, and it's all lovely and square. So I have marked there and there where the body does meet. Now I want to, last thing before I glue on the wings, I need to have this to rough thickness using the belt sander. That'll just make things a lot easier. And I'll also thickness the headstock while I'm at it. So at my first fret, I'm gonna go to, usually I would go to 20 or 21 mil, including the thickness of the fretboard, but since the fretboard is radiused, at the edges it's already thinner. So I'm gonna go down 14 mil just at the neck. All right, just into the neck without the fretboard. About 14 mil there, and at the 12th fret, which is this guy, I'm going to go down to what I would go is usually about 22 mil. I'm going to go down to just 15, and then using a ruler connect the two of them, and that is effectively the taper of my neck. So I'll go out and I'll use the oscillating belt sander, take it to this line, and that will just help me a lot when it comes to carving. I'm also going to come down here. This is where my neck joins. but for this purpose we're going to use the neck joint on the back. And actually we're 90 degrees to here, which is different to the top. So I'm going to copy those measurements over to here, and then just by hand, by eye, just kind of put in a rough taper. And I'm also going to use a marking gauge here. So that is currently at about 18 mil. Bring it down 3 mil the entire length, and just rough in my volute roughly there. Yeah, so do all this, gonna head out, bandsaw this away, belt sander a lot of it to shape, and then I'm gonna come back, glue on these wings. So the neck is now to kind of final enough depth, and I also took the opportunity here to cut out the shape of my headstock, because it's going to be way easier now before I have the wings all glued up. So the last thing I think I'm going to do, potentially for this whole video, is head over, glue on the wings. I could, and it has been mentioned to me, I could finish off the neck, do all the binding and all the fretwork before the wings are on, but I don't think there's that much of a difference between doing it before or after. I'm perfectly happy to do the fretwork with the body in place. It's the same as doing a set neck guitar, really. So yeah, let's head over, glue on the wings, and meet back here. And that's where we're going to leave it for this video. So the body is over there, all glued up. That was probably one of the more stressful glue ups I've ever done, just because the body is pre-shaped. But I think it came out pretty well. We'll see next week, or next video in fact. So thanks very much everyone for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you've anything to say. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon to be notified for the next video, which should be pretty good. I'm hoping we'll get it hollowed out, maybe do some inlays, work on the top. Who knows what we'll get to. Thanks very much everyone. See you again soon.